Mm. What was I gonna say? I was gonna say something and I forgot what I was gonna say. So like, I don't really know how I'm gonna go about with this. I mean, I thought I was gonna try and make a script, but I think it's better if I just like give my raw, unfiltered thoughts about this and just edit it down later. I'm not gonna add like subtitles or anything. I want to ideally get this out as soon as possible because this is something that really, really needs to be addressed. So I guess I'll play intermediate efficiency or something while I'm talking about this. So yeah, I'm not good at intros. I'm sorry, but this is something that I absolutely need to get out to the world. So the No Flag Efficiency Championship. I guess it's probably best that I talk about my own experience with the championship first before I get into what happened afterward, like for greater understanding, just so that like everyone knows how I feel about this. Pretty much all month, I was pretty excited to do this championship. The first time I did this, I got fifth. It was really enjoyable to do. I just love efficiency and just like having some kind of efficiency championship like that is great. And I was already playing the event anyway, so I was like, might as well. If I do well, I have a reason to take a break. Then on day one, I very quickly hit a 100% expert no flag efficiency game, like within an hour of me starting a stream. At the time, it was site record, and I was like, am I finally gonna be able to take a break from playing and just be able to focus on my own life? Because I had projects to do. I had to go to the circus the next day, and I wanted to have time to spend with other people that I care about. On day two, I couldn't play at all. That was entirely expected. And I just kind of had to watch as other people built their games up, especially Yermak, who won a second game with 100%, which is, I'm still flabbergasted because nobody has done that before in the span of 3 days. That's seriously impressive. Then I didn't really do anything on day two, but on day three was when things started to get spicy because, first of all, a tie between Janitor 2 and DOA happened that completely destroyed the initial assumption that the tiebreakers. It initially destroyed the idea that the tiebreakers were sum of time. It was instead sum of time trophies, which was a weird decision, but an understandable one. It's understandable why it was put in because it was good for every mode to have a part and determining the tiebreaker, except beginner. Especially since I found out on day three that games underneath 5 3BV were allowed for time breakers on beginner. And I accidentally got a sub 0.2 second time on beginner just trying to get a 1.1 second time that was within 3BV bounds. I was like, wait, this tiebreaker system is really scuffed. But what this caused when everyone found out about this was that day three was the most chaotic day of the championship. Because at this point, 5 people have gotten 100% at this point in the timeline. And 2 of them have already quit the championship. They're like, yeah, I'm done with this. And the other 3 people, it was me, guy's name that's so long, like LSLS. I'm just gonna refer to them as Island Guy from now on. And Yermak, who is an extreme grinder. Yermak got a one-click beginner, so we were both on equal terms, pretty much, beginner-wise. And Island Guy almost quit because of beginner, because of how boring and unfun beginner is, which is understandable. I don't blame him, but they eventually got a 17-second intermediate, which put me in a position of, oh no. Like, when I got the expert time, it was initially a site record, but then the next day, Island Guy, Yermak, and eventually a third guy beat the time horrendously. So I was stuck in a corner, pretty much. There was no way I was going to win a second game. I did not want to tempt RNG. So what I did was I started grinding intermediate for like 7 hours straight. 7 hours straight, I was playing intermediate, suffering on intermediate. It was horrible. I absolutely hated every second of it. Mostly because I was afraid that I was going to lose first place, and I needed to keep up by getting as good as an intermediate time as I possibly could. And what happened was about 1 hour before the championship ended, I got a 12.7-second intermediate time, which was around 127-ish trophies, which was the highest out of everyone. So, and then a 6th person came in with 100%, got a world record, actually. I was a little worried they were going to overtake me in the last 30 minutes. They didn't. And then that's where the championship ended. We had me in first, Funny Morph in second, Leave Island Guy in third, Yermak in fourth, DOA in fifth, and Janitor 2 in sixth. For like for years, I have always wanted to win a championship. Only one, because afterward I wouldn't really care if I won or not. It's just something I really wanted to do for a long time. One would call it a minesweeper bucket list. But what happened was, while I was sleeping, WoM changed the rules of the tiebreaker. I talked to people in the Discord about this. We are still yet to know what the new rules are. It was relatively unknown what the rules were initially of because WoM never said anything. There was never any information listed on what the tiebreakers were in the championship page. There was no information on the update page. There was nothing. We just had to figure it out ourselves. The fact that the rules of the tiebreakers changed in the middle of the night while I was sleeping was bad enough. I didn't find out about this until I checked the championship page the next morning. And I found out that I had been booted from first to fourth. All of that time, those 7 hours I spent on intermediate, mentally dying because of how horrible it was on my hands and brain. I had a headache at the end. All of it was for nothing because WoM changed the rules while I was sleeping. Well, I didn't care that much about the event points that I lost. I lost around 3,000 from this, though I would like to be compensated for this bare minimum. I'd like my 3,000 event points back. I had Redemption 2 on, so my 4,000 turned into 12,000, but if the rules were never changed, it would have been 15,000. Who's to say this won't happen on future championships? Like, what if one day I win like 100K or something on the perfect championship, and the difficulty formula gets changed, like it bumped down a placement. What if I, on the density championship, what if I want a 500K and then it gets removed because I used the mind count tool or something? What if something like that happens? What if this happens again? Now that this has happened once, how can I trust that this won't happen again? I really wish that WoM would address this. And it's not that I'm alone in this. I've already talked about this in the community Discord, and it's something that the whole community is upset about. This is not how you run championships. This is not how competition should be ran. If you're gonna have a rule set, have it be consistent, transparent, and absolutely do not change it after it starts, because it results in stuff like this. I just hope that this, like, in one way or another, WoM finds out about how we all feel about this. And I hope this video will help spread awareness of what has occurred. And I really hope that WoM releases a statement or formally apologizes or something. I really hope that WoM will realize that they made a mistake, that they handled things improperly. I think that's all I have to say. So, yeah, this is my first actually serious video in a while. I mean, if you know me, I make pretty unserious content.
Oh no! It appears that I'm behind. Let me just...
Was that the bite of it?
This is a bucket.
Dear God.
There's more.
No.
Yeah, I hope that this video does what it's meant for, and I hope that a change can happen. I hope that something changes. Goodbye. Editing TML/cryogen here. I forgot to mention this, but like, congratulations to everyone who ranked really high. This was a very interesting championship. 6 people got the max expert score. Yermak did it 3 times. That's seriously impressive. And even though Funny Morph got first because of WoM's rule changes, congratulations. Like, you still did really good. Your expert times are really impressive. Like, this competition, or this championship brought out a lot of competition. And as much as I hated playing intermediate during the 3rd day, it was great. It was fun. Alright, see ya. Small update. I was looking at the Discord for some images for the video, and I found that Llama had looked at the network traffic and had found out that WoM had manually reordered the top 6. I don't know, that's like... I think that actually makes it worse. Whatever. I'm tired. I need to sleep. It's 11:30.